let's not even lie or kid, some people have full blown out, clear, detailed plan for the next year. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. My name is TOBI ACHUDUME. If this is your first time here, you're super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here on this channel, we'll talk about topics, tips and tricks that help us grow fearlessly to the best versions of ourselves. If you're interested in topics like that, please click the subscribe button so you get notified when we have new videos up, and also be a part of this happy space. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming again. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as you have enjoyed the other ones. Okay, let's get into today's topic. We are going to be talking about the last quarter of the year and what to be doing at this particular quarter. So get a glass of your favorite drink and let's go. So we are approaching the last quarter of the year. In about a few days, maybe a week, we'll be in the last quarter of the year. Yes. So there are two sets of people that we have when it comes to going into the fourth quarter of the year. The first set of people are the ones that feel like, oh my goodness, it's the last quarter of the year. I have 1,001 things I need to do and I have not finished it. And then they begin to feel overwhelmed, exhausted, drained, tired. They are in overdrive because they have this number of goals that they want to achieve and they have not achieved it. And so they begin to make a list of all of these things that they want to do and start forcing themselves to doing all of these things. And then they begin to feel exhausted and tired. And at the end of the day, they just feel like, oh my goodness, I failed. Okay, the second set of people are those that look at the last quarter of the year and say, oh well, I still have this number of things that I need to do, but the year is over, so I'm just going to push it to the next year. Which one do you fall under? I used to be the first one. I'm never going to lie and say anything. I used to be the first one. I will remember that, oh my goodness, we're in October and I have this amount of things I need to do. And for whatever reason, I'm expecting magic to happen and for me to finish all of these things that I want to do. But it always ends up in disaster because I end up feeling worse than I felt even at the start of the quarter. But there is a third option, and that is what we're going to look at today. And that is the option I'm hoping that you are this year and moving forward. So this third option is the group of people that see the last quarter of the year as another opportunity to work on certain goals that they knew or that they planned to execute by the end of the year, but for whatever reason have not. And so they see this as another opportunity to accomplish these goals rather than wasting it. They want to make sure that it is also still efficient, productive, and they're able to achieve things. Now, this is where we all want to be. Yes. So let's see how we are able to do this. I started doing this a few years ago and I see that it works. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do to make sure that the last quarter of the year is not thorough, but it is also productive and I am able to still mark the year as great. So the first thing I'm going to say you need to do is to review the goals that you set for yourself at the start of the year. So this is me assuming that you set goals. If you have been following me since the start of this year, I'm hoping that you set your goals because I am sure I talked about setting your goals at the start of the year. Okay, so you need to look at these goals, resolutions, dreams, picture that you painted for yourself in January and see how much of the goals that you set for yourself you have been able to achieve. I like to say that the point of doing these reviews is not because you want to feel bad or discouraged or beat yourself down or remind yourself of all of the many things that you did not do, but it is an opportunity for you to see what you need to do, be a better person, be more productive, and make sure that you use your time better than you used it in the last month, the last quarters, or even the last year. So you're taking a review, you're taking a look at the goals that you set for yourself, and the point of doing this is because you want to see where you are at right now in the picture that you painted for yourself at the start of the year. So how many of the goals that you set for yourself have you accomplished, have you achieved, have you started working on? Which ones have you not worked on? Which ones are already in progress? Which ones do you think you're going to still complete before the end of the year? This is the reason why we are doing a review, and I have a more detailed video where I talk about how to do reviews excitingly on my channel. So I'm going to have a link here, so please check it out. I'm also again going to have a link of all of the videos that I talk about in this video in the description bar, so please check it out, because I think all of them together kind of gives you a good framework of how you should be going into the last quarter of the year. So the next thing I'm going to say you should do is that from this review, you're going to look at 1 to 3 goals. And I say 1 to 3 because we want to be realistic and avoid overwhelm or feeling like a failure at the end of the year. So look at 1 to 3 goals that you set for yourself at the start of the year that you have not accomplished or worked on. And I should say that the goals that you may see as you've not worked on, in quotes, may be goals that you actually plan to work on in the last quarter of the year. So if you are like me, you break your goals down into quarters. I had goals that I wanted to work on in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So there is no magic that could have happened that the goals for my fourth quarter would have been accomplished by the time I'm doing this video. It couldn't have happened. So give yourself grace for that, because you could have goals like that as well. So what we are going to do is pick out 1 to 3. If you can do more than that, please feel free to do so. But again, we are avoiding overwhelm. So pick these goals and be very specific and realistic. Realistic means that do not say you want to achieve 10 goals between October and December, because if you couldn't do it from January to October, what magic are you going to need to do it from now till the end of the year? So be realistic about it. Be realistic about picking the goals, and be specific as well in picking out the goals. Make sure that they are goals that you are going to be ready to commit to, because we have 3 months that we're going to work on this goal. So you need to be committing to it fully, 100%, in fact 1000%. The next thing that you are going to do is that you're going to draw out a plan for these goals that you want to execute, or these goals that you want to achieve. So again, I'm going to say you need to be very detailed and specific in drawing out a plan. So what should be in your plan? Good question. You're going to have to include all of the things that you need to do towards this goal. So what are the things that you need to do every single day? Daily routine. What are the things that you need to do every morning to get you ready to work on this goal every single day? Every evening, what are the things that you need to do every single day towards this goal? What do you need to get to executing this goal, or to get to achieving this goal? So these are questions that you need to ask yourself and include in your plan the course of action, the steps that you need to take. Be very specific, be very detailed, because this plan is for you. So nobody's going to look at your plan and laugh at it or tell you that it is crap or it is rubbish, because it is for you to follow, and only you need to understand it. I mean, you need to be able to explain it to people when they ask you, but you should understand it for yourself. So to see a more detailed video on how to plan for your goals, I'm going to have this linked here so that you can see it as well. Again, I'm going to have a link in the description bar as well. Maybe I should do a playlist. That is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have the playlist linked in the description bar. Next, remember that it is a festive season. It's the holiday season. We have Thanksgiving, we have Christmas, we have New Year. We have a lot of celebrations in December. December is a whole month of celebration. So in planning and getting ready for the last quarter, you also have to remember that you are also planning for the festivities and the celebrations. If you do Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate New Year, you need to remember all of these things and plan for it as well. So that means that while you're planning for your goals, also know that you're probably going to be split in 2 in this quarter. So you need to be able to plan all of this and balance it out together. I'm going to correct myself. There is nothing like balancing the goals together, but you need to know which one you're going to pick at a particular time and which one you're going to drop at a particular time. So in planning for the holiday, you're going to be thinking, what am I doing this holiday? Which of the holidays am I celebrating? What are the activities I would like to participate in? Do I need to buy gifts for my friends and family? What gifts do I want to buy? When am I buying these gifts? Am I going to be making use of the Black Friday sales? Am I going to be making use of the Cyber Monday sales? Am I going to be going to 10 people's Christmas celebrations? Am I hosting for Christmas? Am I hosting for Thanksgiving? You need to ask yourself all of these holiday questions. I hope I did not overwhelm you with all of these questions, but I'm just thinking out loud. So the reason why we are doing this holiday planning as well at this particular point is because you don't want to get to December and be consumed with only celebration of festivities. You want to get to December feeling like you're in control of how the days in December go. Because if you did not know, December is one of the months that the days go by really fast, right from the start, especially because everywhere is already decorated by the 1st of December. So you need to be ready to be in control of your time as well, rather than letting the celebrations and people take the time for you. That is why you are planning for all of these things. So I like to buy my Christmas gifts and all of that before Christmas, because I don't want to get to December and be thinking of all of the many things that I have to do, because I like to celebrate Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas, so I need to be ready for that. I'm still going to have to submit articles and papers. I'm still going to have to work on my business. So it's a lot of things that has to go into this. And so you have to be ready to be in charge of your time and control how the time is spent. That is why we are planning for it. So while you're planning your last quarter plan, also plan for the holiday season. This does not have to be a lot. Again, I just asked those questions to kind of give you a guide as to it. It does not have to be so overwhelming. It can be very easy as just answering those questions and then giving yourself answers and then drawing out a plan from the answers. I have done the work. The next thing I'm going to say is that you should have a rough plan or a rough draft of your next year's goals. Let's not even lie or kid. Some people have full-blown out, clear, detailed plan for the next year. If you are not one of those people, there is no need for you to feel bad. You just need a rough draft in this last quarter. So what I'm going to say you should do is have a dump list of all of the things that you want to do in the next year. So I want to start this business. I want to double this business. I want to get a promotion at work. I want to publish my book. I want to... all of the things that you think at this point you are going to be interested in doing and achieving for the next year, make a dump list of all of those things and just kind of scribble something down. What these goals mean to you, why these goals are important to you, why you are going to want to fix these goals for next year. And this is going to be an opportunity for me to introduce you to my Let's Get Clear Clarity program. So in this program, what we do is that I help you to come up with a very clear, detailed plan from your dump list of plans that you have for the next year. We're going to make it very detailed and defined so that you are able to work with this plan, this goal for the next year. We're also going to come up with a schedule and a planning system that works perfectly for you. So what that means is that all of your important activities are going to be included in this plan, and you're going to be able to reshuffle these things to make sure that all of the things that are important to you are in this plan. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have a link in the description bar where you can check out more for Let's Get Clear program. I'm also going to have a list of all of the things that you get in the program here. So if you would like to be a part of this program, just click the link in the description bar and then you are able to sign up for this. I only have limited spots actually for this because I can only work with a few people. And the next thing I'm going to say is that you should give yourself a pat at the back. I mean, let me be the person to tell you that you have done absolutely amazing this year, because you may not have seen that you have grown, you may not have seen that you have achieved things, but if you take time to sit down, think and reflect, you are going to see that you have actually done better than you think. And I'm saying this not because I'm trying to just hype you. Actually, I am hyping you, but it is important for you to also know that if you have gotten to this point this year, then you have definitely grown and improved. If you just think back, I know for a fact that I have grown, because when I think of the videos I did in January is completely different from the kind of videos that I have done even now. So it is important for you to applaud yourself, congratulate yourself, and this also kind of gives you a boost to be willing to do more work even before the end of the year. So plan a self-care day for yourself. Take yourself out for dinner, go see a movie, go shopping, a day in, a night in, sit down on Netflix and chill, have cake and ice cream, something that makes you happy and excited as you're even looking forward to the last quarter of the year and looking forward to the next year. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and I hope that it is very helpful to you. Please know that you can always come back to watch this if you need to be reminded on the reasons why you need to plan for the next quarter of the year. Also, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, leave your comments in the comment section. Anything that you want to talk to me about, please let me see in the comment section. I am always excited to respond to these comments. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope that it helps you and I hope that you enjoyed it. Do not forget to check the description bar for all of the amazing information that I have linked there. Also, I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, bye.